Hello, my wonderful people. We are subscribers all over the world. I welcome us to this afternoon of broadcast of this day. Please, if you are not subscribed to my channel, endeavor to do that as soon as possible. Without not taking much of our time, please let's go straight into the business of the day. Let's take the headlines before we jump into the news as we used to do. Remember the tradition. I still remain Okute Daily Talk, bringing to us this mid-afternoon news of this day. The first day in this new week, which is Monday. The Biafra and the Quest. Okay, Biafra Quest and the unconscionable incarceration of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We are going to look into the news as we proceed. In case you want to get the full details, you can as well log on to www.iconnews.com. Go to Punch newspaper, Guardian newspaper, NigeriaNews.com, and many more. You can also find the news. Panic over killing of Unizik student by armed men. Also, is available on the news update. This is what will I call it? It's a breaking news. What is happening at this moment in Lagos State? It happened some couple of hours ago. Update: one person have confirmed dead and 2 police officers shot at Lagos Charles. So if you're applying, I think it's somewhere around 7-up axis, within that axis at Ojota area. So if you are applying that area, please take another route. I repeat myself, please take another route. There's a Charles around that area so that you don't fall a victim of what you don't know anything about. Pass this information to others so that you can save a life. Because stray bullets don't know if you are Igbo, Yoruba, or Hausa. The stray bullet don't even know if you are old or young. So please pass on this message. Another blockbuster is here. Pastor Ibiyome bans members from having sex as fasting commences. Gives biblical references. Now today we hear this one. That is how one pastor deceived us in one church I was attending. We'll keep going to mountain every blessed day, praying without nothing to show forth, without any good result, telling us stay far from your wife and the rest of them. And at the end of the day, this particular man is busy sleeping with people's wives. I hope this is not one of those things. What had sex got to do with your spiritual life when it comes to fasting and prayer? Everything is choice. If you decide to stay spiritual, when you do spiritual things, you do it. If you don't decide to do that, nobody is going to force you. How can everything you are doing now, pastor is the one to decide who to marry, when you do your wedding, when you travel, and all these things. And you're the one to decide your own life. And this church of a thing is becoming another thing in Nigeria. It bans members from having sex as fasting commences. Who does that? I beg you. Just in, ex-lawmaker was kidnapped in fresh Edo gunmen attack. This thing happened about 2 hours ago. Tinubu will be my advisor. Peter will be my Minister of Trade and Commerce. Accord parties Imumolen says. This boy, look at the names of people you are mentioning. People who are old enough to be your father. You don't even call their sons so that they are the one that you are going to work with. What an insolence and insult of the highest order. You calling people that is even more intellectual than you. Yeah? You don't have respect. Your respect ga. So, my dear people, let us move there. We are starting this news with our own Biafran news. The United Nations Human Rights Organization taking a selective stance in the application and enforcement of their resolution and chartered breeds injustice. This is graceless of an institutional world body esteemed to be a powerful and uncompromised institution for the enforcement of equity, fairness, and justice. This is to remind the Office of High Commission and the United Nations Human Rights Organization that on the 10th of December of 1984, General Assembly Resolution 39/46, there was human rights instrument called core instrument. You get it? But this present time, you people have refused to do the needful simply because of one individual or the other have bribed you people. I thought this United Nations self. I thought before they can be lied on, but now I know that they are just the same thing. I mean, they are just like all other politicians in Nigeria. Therein, the Convention Against Torture, Cruelty, Discriminative and Inhuman Treatment or Subjugation was adopted. The state parties of this convention resolutely adopted, considering and in accordance with the principles of the Charter of the United Nations, the recognition of equal and inalienable rights of all persons across the globe. It is also laid the foundation of freedom, justice, and peace in the world, recognizing that these rights derived and embedded in the inherent dignity of the human persons, considering the obligations of each state under the Charter, in particular Article 55, to promote universal respect for and observance of human rights and fundamental freedom. The same United Nations Human Rights Working Committee that gave Buhari 6 months to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the 6 months expired in December, and now we are in January and nothing has been done again. No any news or whatsoever, no any movement, everything still remains standstill. I greet on World Governing Body, United Nations, my foot. Having regard for Article 5 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and Article 7 of the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, both of which provided that no one shall be subjected to torture or cruel and inhuman and degrading treatment or punishment, Biafrans are asking questions to the Office of the United Nations Human Rights Working Committee, the High Commission, and the rest of them. What is happening? Here, the letter we wrote through the Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria. Dear Sir Amma, what is the crime of the Biafrans that they were excluded and trampled upon and deprived her citizens the right for freedom? Does Biafra not belong and form part of the members of the universe that deserves right for freedom? Why would the Universal Declaration be selective when it concerns the people of Biafra? Why do the International Covenant and Resolution defend and protect some persons in the exclusion of other persons? What is the crime of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? We demand an answer from the dignified and esteemed institution like United Nations Human Rights Working Organization. We make it a task to the Human Rights Organization to prove it is not selective in fighting to protect justice, equity, and peace to the universal world by making a decisive effort to persuade Nigerian government, a member of the United Nations, to respect the law that discharged and acquitted our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Even since they discharged and they acquitted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I never hear anything. Neither the United Nations, nor the European Union, nor the ECOWAS or African Union, even the USF the other day was praising Muhammadu Buhari, was shaking him, Joe Biden, praising him that he have done well in Nigeria. Why look at the inhuman treatment and the genocide that is going on in the Biafra land? And they think that is normal because the unrest we are facing today is to their own advantage. If Nigeria is good today, most of all these European countries will collapse. That is why they keep on doing anything they can to make sure that Nigeria is in a total disarray or in a total mess. But one day, they will know that I when they cry, they see. They further adopted by General Assembly on the 9th December of 1975, desiring to make more effective the struggle against torture and marginalization of persons internationally. We want to draw the attention of the United Nations Human Rights Organization to the Convention Resolution of 10th December of 1984. Article 2, Paragraph 1. Each state party shall take effective legislative, administrative, judicial or other measures to prevent acts of torture in any territory under its jurisdiction. This convention was entered into force on 26th of June of 1987. The Nigerian Court of Appeal on 13th November of 2022 discharged and acquitted our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Yet, Nigerian federal government under Muhammadu Buhari and the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, refused to let him go and continued subjecting our leader under torture, inhuman and degrading treatment in dungeon of the Department of State Service, DSS. The subjection of our leader to mental torture and degrading treatment are reasons the United Nations human rights will not be partial in the law they instituted. The law shouldn't be selective only when it concerns Africa or Biafrans. The global family and indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, are calling on the United Nations human rights to use her good office with respect to her laws, resolutions, and charters to stand and protect the rights of every member of each state and the world at large. The United Nations should lay emphasis with stringent sanctions. The need to respect universal declarations and the international covenant of an esteemed body like itself and other human rights organizations. The UN Working Committee have asked Nigeria government to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and pay him damages. Yet, Abubakar Malami, the Adolfus Hitler of Nigeria, Nigerian government has failed to adhere to this. Thus, need for timeless and effective actions is required as soon as possible. Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, free Biafra, and give us the referendum that we are asking. That is the end of this story. We are moving to another story. Panic over the killing of Unity students by armed men is shooting every day by day. Killings have been norm in Nigeria now. People are being killed in their numbers and they die like fowls almost on daily basis, and the government is doing nothing. Instead, they keep jumping up and down. Imagine people were kidnapped yesterday. Today, your presidential candidate, your president, is in Adamawa campaigning for their candidate. That is Nigeria for you. That is the end of Solomon Grundy. All those people being kidnapped now, they will pay through their nose. They will pay through their nose to make sure that they are free from that captives. The security operatives are busy guiding them in Adamawa where they are doing a campaign. What happened yesterday or day before yesterday, is it not enough for them to say, for the president to say, let there be at least 1 week off of this very madness called campaign, so that we fathom how to solve the problem that is facing the country? Rather, no. He jumped into his private jet and went out there for campaign. That is how Nigeria will be good. That is how we are going to tomorrow you tell me you have the interest of the masses at heart, while the answer is none. Can you imagine that? It's people we are talking about. People's freedom have been halted. 31 of them just in their own comfort zone, waiting for the train to better the economy of the country. They were kidnapped. And the president, the only thing he can do is to jump into his private jet and zoom off to Adamawa for campaign. It's all right. There was panic at the Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Anambra State, after the death of a 200-level student identified simply as Daniel was killed by armed men who stormed the hostel on Sunday night in the Lore Junction area of Ifite, a community dominated by students outside the campus. Okute News learned that armed men entered the apartment of his female friend, where he was, and demanded he hand over his phone. Daniel was reported to have hesitated before letting go, but pleaded with the assailants to allow him to take out his SIM card, in which they refused. The boy is a very moron, he's a very stupid boy. So armed robbers with a gun, they demanded for your phone. The most important thing there for your phone, not even your life, is your SIM card. In the process of struggling to get his SIM card from them, the armed men pulled the trigger and the bullet penetrated his belly, causing him to drown in his blood. He killed himself. They never shot him. They demanded, give me your phone. And you refuse. You are looking for SIM card. That is it. How did they KK twin herself? That Okbaloboko buru na ntishiri ya. And the ijiji na anọ ndụmọdụ na-eso ozu were abanini. Any dog that will be killed by car will never hear the smell of carcass. That is exactly what happened. You see death coming, knocking on your door. Give me your phone and your dragon SIM card. And tomorrow now they will be saying, let him rest in peace. Rest in where? You killed yourself. What is SIM card? How much is SIM card? According to eyewitnesses, Daniel was rushed to Amaku Teaching Hospital where he gave off the ghost. Daniel, who was a student of mathematics at the university, is scheduled for an examination soon and only just resumed school a few hours before the unfortunate incident. When contacted, the school public relations officer, Chika, said she was not in the best position to speak on the issue, noting, "We are currently in a meeting over the security situation." The state police spokesperson, Ikenga Tochukwu, also berated the situation but assured that the command was on the matter. He said, "This is unfortunate. I got this information from the SUG president last night. Police patrol has been on since then. I urge the witness of the incident to help us with information to investigate, please," according to Ikenga Tochukwu. Chaos in Lagos State. Update: one person have confirmed dead as police officers are doing all manner of things with the whether Adalaye or whatever, I don't know. The Lagos State Police Command has confirmed the death of one person in chaos that occurred in the Ojota area of Lagos. Okute News, in collaboration with the NigeriaNews.com, earlier reported that there was pandemonium in the Ojota area of Lagos on Monday morning as some hoodlums reportedly engaged in a shootout. In a statement shared on Twitter, the police public relations officer Benjamin Hunduyin said Yoruba Nation agitators came out in their numbers to disrupt the social and commercial activities in the area. He stated that police officers intervened and dispersed the unlawful gathering, which resulted in the death of one civilian and two police officers, who were shot, are currently receiving treatment. He added that normalcy has been restored in the area and the Lagosians can continue with their daily activities in the area. He said in the early hours of today, miscreants masquerading as Yoruba Nation agitators came out in their hundreds, disrupting social and commercial activities at Ojota area of the state. A team of police officers comprising Alausa Division and the Red Response Squad (RRS) promptly stepped in to disperse the unlawful gathering and prevent a breakdown of law and order. The miscreants attacked the police, shooting and destroying two vehicles in the process. One person has been confirmed dead, while two police officers shot by the miscreants are currently receiving treatment. 4 suspects have been arrested and investigations have commenced. Meanwhile, normalcy has been restored in the area. Lagosians are urged to go about their lawful businesses as measures have been put in place to prevent further breakdown of law and order. And care and monitoring of the situation continues. It is imperative to state unequivocally that the Lagos State Police Command will not allow any person or group of persons under whatever guise disrupt the peace currently enjoyed in the state. David Hundoyin stated. Pastor Ibiyomi banned members from knocking, having when their fasting commences, give Bible references. Which place in the Bible? Let me see. Renowned Nigerian televangelist and the founder of the Salvation Ministry in Port Harcourt, Rivers State capital, Pastor David Ibiyomi, has banned his followers from enjoying their marital rights as the church commences 21-day fasting. Okute News, in collaboration with the Niger, understand that Pastor Ibiyomi declared a 21-day fasting and prayer for the church last Sunday. In lieu of this, he ordered married couples in the church to avoid knocking until the end of the spiritual exercise. Nonsensical nonsense. Speaking during the church Sunday's Thanksgiving service for the year of 2023, Pastor Biafra told his congregation that physical intimacy would not be allowed during the period of fasting, stating that abstinence from knacking for only 3 weeks will not kill anyone. What about you? Can you maintain it? Is there anyone there to notice whether you do it or not? Stop confusing these people now. Not when somebody talk now, they begin to attack person that touch not an anointing and do my prophet no harm. Giving Bible references to back his claims, the cleric recommended 1 Corinthians 7:5 for the couples. The Bible's scripture given by Pastor Biafra reads, the wife's body does not belong to her alone, but also to her husband. In the same way, the husband's body does not belong to him alone, but also to his wife. Do not deprive each other except by mutual consent and for a time, so that you may devote yourselves to prayer. 1 Corinthians 7:5. Pastor Biafra charged couples who believe they can break their fasting with food and knacking affairs for the day to stay clear from it. According to him, such kind of mentality is associated with persons who wish to use the Bible to gratify their fleshly lust. Abstain from knacking this fasting season because I've heard people say, my husband said that once he breaks since we ate food, we should eat this one too. So I've had it as a pastor. They say, please talk to my husband that we are fasting. The cleric said, you see, that is the problem we are having in these churches. Imagine a married woman now will go to discuss his own marital affair, his own intimacy with her own husband, to the pastor, that he should talk to the husband. Now you can even respect and believe the pastor more than the man that paid your bride price and keep you in the house. You are going to report your husband to the pastor to talk to him because of your fasting. Maybe at the end of the fasting now, you will go to warm the other one's bed. That's exactly what you are saying in this church of 18. It have happened in the church I'm going, so I'm talking this with experience. How do we get to this point? We are complaining about the bad government. We are complaining about pastors doing things that they're not supposed to do. They call you to win souls, not for you to interfere in people's marital lives. And the problem we are having is all these women. Any small thing now, my daddy GO, my mommy GO, my this, my that. Your mommy GO and your daddy GO is out there doing their own thing. And they are there scattering people's families. All in the name of following scriptures. Whose scripture help? After eating this one, I cannot eat that one and talk to my husband. Can you imagine that? If I got married to a woman like that, I tell you, you will go and live with that pastor. Rubbish. Just in, ex-lawmaker kidnapped in fresh Edo gunmen attack. Some unknown gunmen have reportedly kidnapped a former Edo State House of Assembly member, Festus Gbege. Reports obtained by Nigeria News said the former lawmaker was abducted on Monday morning in Ubiaja while on his way from Orimohon to Benin City, the state capital. The incident was confirmed to the Punch by a former speaker of the State House of Assembly, Festus Ebia. According to him, Gbege was supposed to board now the suspended train service from Ubiaja to Abuja when he was ambushed and whisked away to a unknown location. He was kidnapped this morning in Ubiaja on his way from Orimohon to Benin. He had intended to take the train for Ubiaja, but he could not do so since the train service had been suspended. You see what it have cost? The train is not, the rail line is not safe. The road is not safe. The air is very expensive. Even the water service is not safe. I said this yesterday and still repeat myself. Everybody should restart to the normal way of traveling. Go and practice your sorcery. So that when you are traveling from Nigeria, inside Nigeria, just tie your bags at your back. Just stretch your hand. That is your wing. You fly to wherever you are going. Because Nigeria, land, rail, water is no more safe. And not everybody can afford to fly up. The family is aware of his kidnap The police division in that area has been informed, and we hope action will be taken to rescue him. Just barely 24 hours or 48 hours of the train attack, now they struck again, gunmen in that same Bini. And they tell me that the what do they call it? The security operatives are working. Where are they working? What are they doing? Well, I can't even blame them. How many of them remains? Even when they are killed, the government does not even care to take care of their families. So, Okute News report that the incident is happening hours after some unknown gunmen attacked and abducted at least 32 passengers which are waiting to board a train from the Gbege station in the Gbege local government area of the state to Warri Delta State. Back on Ayaramo, this one Accord Party's presidential candidate. He don't talk say Oga Tunumbu will be his advisor, while Gbege Peter Obi will be his Minister of Trade and Commerce. According to him, let us see. The presidential candidate of the Accord Party, Professor Christopher Imumolen, has said if he is voted as the president at the polls, he would appoint his counterpart in the Labour Party, Peter Obi, as its Minister for Trade and Commerce, while Bola Tinubu of All Progressive Congress will be his special advisor. According to him, the task of rebuilding a nation like Nigeria that has been challenged by years of poor leadership and corruption needs the input of all Nigerians like Obi and Tinubu, according to him. Nigeria News report that the Accord Party flag bearer at the weekend said he would adopt the principle of all-inclusiveness in selecting his cabinet if he is elected as president at the polls next month. Imu Molen explained that everyone who has the capacity to add up the task of rebuilding Nigeria, irrespective of their party affiliations, would be considered in his government if he is voted president. The biggest dream of the year. He submitted that the task of rebuilding our country is an onerous one. It is not going to be a one-man show. Everyone who has the idea and capacity to add value to the governors, no matter their background or party affiliations, shall be called upon to do so. For his adaptness and aptitude as a businessman of no mean standing, I will be appointing Peter Obi, the current Labour Party presidential candidate, as my Minister of Trade and Commerce, while Asuwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu will serve as an advisor, most probably on the political front for obvious reasons. You will agree with me that these men will most be suitable in the roles I have earlier mentioned because of their track records in both their private and public lives. So what about PDP? Is not going to be among your cabinet? Ew, this word no balance at all. As I have said, the move is meant to demonstrate that we are all partners in progress in our desire to see our country regain its lost glory, as well as deliver to its millions of citizens the true dividends of democracy. The move is also meant to send the message that appointment will only be given to those who merit it and the kind of reformist government we are planning to run. The concept of square pegs in square holes shall be guiding principles of our government under the umbrella of Accord, the party that preaches oneness and togetherness, according to Christopher Imumolen. So, my dear people of Biafra, and my Christian brothers, my Muslim brothers, the lovers of freedom and lovers of mankind, my one Nigeria who believes in one Nigeria, and my Biafrans who believe in Biafran and Yoruba agitations, this is where we are coming to the end of this broadcast. In case you have not subscribed to this channel, please endeavor to do that as soon as possible. Make sure you turn on the notification button so that you will be notified each time I post something new or will go live on this channel or another channel related to Okute Daily Talk. I am shorting this what do they call it? This broadcast here until I come your way again. Please do have a nice day and be guided. Do not fall a victim of what you don't know about. Go and get your PVC because this 2023 you gotta be helele. You get it? If you don't get it, then you forget it. I am signing out for now. Bye, my people. ka Chineke mezie okwu ka emesịanụ.